It's the night before my surgery, and I need to remove all of my body jewelry. I'm getting my gallbladder removed tomorrow. I'm hella nervous. Going under anesthesia freaks me out. I haven't been under general anesthesia since I was a toddler, I think. I got ear tubes when I was baby, so I think that's general anesthesia. Other than that, I've had sedation twice with propofol for my wisdom teeth and an endoscopy, and both of them went smoothly, so I'm probably just freaking myself out. Also, I forget the number, but 10 to 30% of people who get their gallbladders removed have chronic lifelong diarrhea whenever they eat like any food. So I'm a little nervous that I'm going to be in that percentage of people. Cause imagine like not being able to eat when you're like on a road trip, or what if you're stuck in traffic and you're hungry, your blood sugar's low, you're about to pass out, you need to eat, but then every time you eat, you have to shit. So these are the things I'm not looking forward to. So you may be asking, Lauren, if you're so scared of anesthesia and you're so scared of if you're gonna be one of the unfortunate people who diarrhea every time they eat, why would you get your gallbladder removed? Well, I have a polyp on my gallbladder that the doctors found 5 years ago. My polyp has grown to be over 1 centimeter, and when gallbladder polyps grow to be over 1 centimeter, the risk that they will turn cancerous greatly increases. I don't know if it greatly increases actually. It increases enough to the point that my surgeon was like, I would recommend you get it removed because it's grown. So I would prefer to not develop gallbladder cancer, or any cancer for that matter. So I'm getting it removed because I'd rather get it removed now than when I'm like 50 and recovery is gonna be harder. I'm still on my dad's insurance. I have a little under 2 years still on my dad's insurance, and he has great insurance. He works for the government, and Donald Trump was just elected back into office, and with his tariffs incoming next year, there is an expected medical supply shortage. So right now is probably the best time for me to get my gallbladder removed before we're in a medical supply shortage, while I still have really good insurance from my dad. Why can't I get my necklace off? Is this bad omen that I'm taking off my evil eye necklace? There we go. I'm also taking off my evil eye bracelet. It has a little evil eye on it. Right there. I have zero protection from my evil eyes, and I'm good to go tomorrow. I will update when I'm on the way there.
The next morning.
Good morning. It's 6:30 in the morning. I actually woke up like an hour ago just by myself. I have to be there at 9 in the morning, but I want to change my bed sheets so they're nice and clean for when I come back, and wash my dog's blanket so it's nice and clean, and walk my dog. Now, I'm someone who's immensely nervous for anesthesia, so my mindset getting ready in the morning before the surgery was just to pretend like it's not happening. Pretend like I'm just going to the grocery store, or I'm going to the hospital, but it's for a family member, and it kind of helped my brain to not like overhype up the situation. I'm somebody who's immensely afraid of anesthesia, and I find that just pretending it's not happening is probably like the best option to avoid that pre-anesthesia anxiety. Essentially, my tip is just don't be anxious. Hope this helps. I hear someone knocking at the door. Hi. Good morning. Good morning, Ione. Hi. You gotta finish making the bed. You gotta finish making the bed, okay? Big stretch. Big stretch. Good job. I'm also gonna bring this pillow with me for the car ride home, because you're supposed to use them to like press up against your body when you're getting in and out of the car, just to support your abdomen better. So I'm gonna bring this with me and then swap out the pillowcase when I get home. I'm going to shower now. I washed my hair last night and I blow dried it so it wouldn't be frizzy, so it'd be easier to manage while I'm healing and bedridden. I also have some clothes laid out for me to change into when I get back home, because I don't like when my clothes touch hospital air, and I don't want to be sitting in bed in my hospital clothes. I'm all ready to go. I wore dark colors because I will have incisions. He said one will be right below my bikini line and another will be like in my gallbladder area right here. So I wore a black shirt, black pants, just in case I bleed on my clothes. I don't want anything to stain. I remember when I got one of my ribcage tattoos, the like ink and plasma bled onto my shirt and stained it. So if you're ever getting a tattoo or surgery, make sure you wear black so you don't stain your clothes. And then my mother and I headed down to wonderful Baltimore City to the hospital. My surgery was scheduled for 1 p.m., but for some reason my check-in time was 9 a.m., so I sat in the waiting room for 3 hours, and then they finally called me back around 11:45 in the morning, got me ready in my gown, in my cute little yellow grippy socks. They took me back to the operating room. The anesthesiologist said he put something in my IV that was gonna make me feel relaxed, and I instantly went to sleep. I don't remember anything that happened after that. I remember he said he put something in my IV to make me relaxed. He put a blood pressure cuff on my arm, and that is the last thing I remember. I woke up 2.5 hours after my surgery in the recovery room in excruciating pain, and they gave me fentanyl. I fully planned on vlogging more of the recovery experience, but I was vomiting over and over for a couple hours in the recovery rooms, and my phone was off from surgery. I didn't even turn my phone on until the next morning. My phone was the last thing on my mind.
One day later.
Okay, so it is now the day after my surgery. It's been a little over 24 hours. I was originally planning to vlog like in the hospital afterwards to update on how I'm feeling and whatever. I woke up in the recovery room in so much pain. I threw up so many times. They gave me 3 different types of nausea medications. They gave me, I don't know if you can see behind my ear, they give you, it's called like a little dot, and it's meant for nausea. It like delivers medication through your skin. And then they gave me 2 other injection anti-nausea medications. I was in so much pain that they also gave me fentanyl, and I like could not keep my eyes open. I was falling asleep like mid-sentence talking to the nurses. I do have at the back of my throat, they intubate you when you get general anesthesia so you can breathe. They like cut my tonsils, so now my tonsils like red and my throat feels really scratchy, but I'm on day 2 now of recovery and it definitely still hurts. I have to take Tylenol and the other medications called like Voltaren, both for pain management. And they also prescribed me oxys, but I really don't want to take those. Pain's not horrific right now, but I think that's because I've been taking the pain medication all day. But yeah, it was brutal waking up from surgery. It was absolutely not a fun time. And I will just show you guys the incisions. I got 4 incisions. I got 1 right here, and then there's 3 right, can you even see that? I'm literally pulling my pants down. Right there at the bottom. My stomach is, I mean, I'm not like super skinny, but it's definitely like much more like thick and bloated than it usually is. And in terms of like, I know people have complained about feeling the gas pain because they do blow your abdomen up with gas so they can easily, you know, look around in there. I don't think I've had too many issues with the gas pain stuff. I have been getting back pain, but I don't know if that's because of gas pain or if that's just because I've been like slouched over all yesterday and today because I've been so tired. But yeah, the anesthesia went really smoothly, went really quick. I sat down on the bed and then the anesthesiologist was just like, hey, I'm just giving you medication now that's going to make you feel much more relaxed. And the past 2 times I've had anesthesia, I've just had propofol, which I didn't like because propofol kind of burns when it's going into your veins. But I think the anesthesiologist said he was going to use propofol, but I didn't feel any propofol. And I'm just guessing like the anti-anxiety medicine they gave me is what made me fall asleep. I didn't remember anything else getting put to sleep, which is good. And I woke up 2.5 hours after my surgery in the recovery room. Anesthesia wasn't that bad. The surgery and the pain from it was much worse than I expected. Today is day 2 after the surgery. I went in and edited all of the footage that I filmed so far for this video. So I briefly inserted a clip earlier of just some text explaining my blurry vision situation, but I realized that I didn't elaborate on that actually verbally speaking. My vision right now, since I was discharged from the hospital, since I woke up from anesthesia, has been blurry. I want to read the fine print on this. I legitimately cannot do it because my eyes aren't focusing on objects or words close to my face. When I was given the little dot sticker medication behind my ear to treat nausea symptoms, the nurse that was giving it to me explained one of the side effects of it is blurry vision, but they really only see that in elderly people. They don't see it too commonly in younger, healthy people like me. So when I realized yesterday evening that I was still having blurry vision, I figured my anesthesia had worn off at that point and had been past 24 hours. So I took the sticker dot off before I went to bed. And then when I was laying in bed, I took my dose of, insert the medication name here because I forgot what it's called. And I've been instructed to take this medication every 12 hours. And it was prescribed just to treat pain. So I was taking that medication plus Tylenol to treat the pain. Well, when I pulled up the side effects of that medication, one of the side effects is blurred vision. So I'm at the point today where I haven't taken any pain medication since 10 p.m. last night. It's currently a little past 11 right now. So I haven't taken pain medication in 12 hours. I'm definitely still feeling sore. I can't like stand up super rapidly. I can't bend over to pick something up off the floor without like bracing my incisions because they're still pretty sore, but they're not like painful, if that makes any sense. It's just a soreness. So I'm just going to stop taking this medication in case that's also contributing to my blurry vision. So that's a really weird experience. But in terms of my symptoms, like I said, I'm just feeling pretty sore today. I don't think I'd be able to go on a walk. I've been like strolling around the house. My throat is still pretty scratchy and sore from the intubation, but I can tell that it's getting better. It doesn't feel as spicy as it did yesterday. So I'm day 2 post-op and I can feel that things are getting less painful as the days go on. I also forgot to mention what I've been eating since I got home. I've literally just been eating oatmeal with some sugar, and a couple days before my surgery I made a ginormous batch of chicken soup. It's literally just chicken boiled in water, boiled with spices and vegetables. The actual soup is just made up of broth and chicken. And then I've been adding a couple spoonfuls of brown rice to that. I'm low-key scared to eat fatty foods at this point. I have not had a bowel movement since I've been home, but that's actually not unusual for me. Sometimes I don't poop for a while, so I know that's unhealthy. I can't help it. Ever since I got POTS, I've been like chronically constipated. I used to be so regular before I got POTS from COVID in 2020. That's not what this video is about. The good news is I haven't had diarrhea yet. Hopefully, we'll keep it that way. It is now day 3 after surgery. I'm a little less sore today, which is good. My throat's still a little bit scratchy from the intubation tube, but the biggest change I've noticed today on day 3 is the swelling in my stomach. I can tell there's a lot less fluid retention in there, and probably some of the gas has gone down as well. Okay, so I'm just gonna like show you guys my underwear because the incisions are so low. But my stomach is looking much like closer back to normal. I could tell there was just a lot of fluid in especially this bottom area right above where the incisions were, which makes sense. You can see the 3 band-aids here where the incisions are and then the 1 band-aid here. So this is like much closer back to what my stomach usually looks like. Let me try to zoom in a little bit. But yeah, my stomach is definitely going back to normal today, which is good. I was worried this swelling would last a while and I would just be like eternally. I had this like shelf and I could just tell it was like full of whatever, but like now it's more rounded, I guess. It's not like a shelf anymore. I don't know how to explain it, but this is much more like what I usually look like. I can also say that I went for a short walk last night, like 5 minutes. My mom actually held my dog's leash because I don't think I'll be able to hold her leash with her pulling on it. But even just walking around at a moderate pace outside did hurt a little bit, specifically in my lower incisions below my belly button. I'm fine just strolling around the house. It doesn't hurt unless I'm going up the steps, but I do feel pretty sore when I'm actually like walking at a brisker pace outside. So I don't think I'm quite ready yet to be going like out and about to the grocery store yet. But I feel like every day since the surgery it's gotten slightly less sore. So hopefully by the time I hit the 1 week mark, the soreness will be mostly gone and I'll be able to take my dog out again and, you know, go to the grocery store. This is my little sunbathing doggy. Hi, Ione. Hi, pretty girl. You're so pretty. Okay, I'll stop. It is now day 4 post-surgery. It's 9 in the morning. I'm eating my breakfast, just some oats, chia seeds, banana, and sugar. My throat today feels basically completely healed. I had a little tickle in it this morning, but all of the pain and scratchiness feels like it's gone, which is good because that was actually really bothering me. And the bloating in my abdomen looks pretty much fully down as of today. I still am sore in the incision areas and especially in the area that they removed the gallbladder from, so the soreness hasn't gone down. It did wake me up last night from the pain because I was sleeping in like a weird position. My arm was resting on top of where my gallbladder was, so still a little sore, but I started adding chia seeds into my oatmeal. I think I use a teaspoon or a half teaspoon measure, and I'm just gonna slowly start gradually adding fats in. I usually eat avocado on a daily basis, so I'll probably start adding some avocado in soon. My goal is to not get diarrhea, ideally ever, but especially in the healing process. I still have not pooped though, which kind of is an issue. That's why I started adding chia seeds to my oatmeal too, because if there's one thing chia seeds are gonna do, they're gonna make you poop. I usually do 2 tablespoons and that makes me like poop, but I'm using a smaller quantity for the time being just because they are seeds, which are fat. Just trying to slowly work them into my diet in the hopes of not getting diarrhea. I tried walking my dog yesterday and walking outside at a brisk pace still hurts. So I'll probably try walking outside again today and seeing if it hurts. It probably will because I'm still sore, but I will update when that stops hurting as well.
A few hours after filming that clip, I did have a bowel movement. I feel like it took a lot of pressure off of my internal organs because I was able to walk my dog later that day and it still hurt, but it was a lot less intense than it was the day prior when I tried to walk my dog. Also, on day 4, my chart account gave me a notification that the pathology results were back for my removed gallbladder, and I read the words, "No polyp identified." That's right. The lab dissected my gallbladder and found not a single polyp in my gallbladder. So here I am, day 4 of recovery, thinking, oh my god, I just got a perfectly good organ removed. None of the doctors that I went to, my primaries, my GI doctor, my surgeon, none of them mentioned that they weren't actually sure that the thing that they were seeing on the ultrasound was a polyp. It's kind of just a guess. I wasn't aware of this, but apparently this is common knowledge. Nobody made me aware that there was any question that this was a polyp. I'm here being told, you have a polyp. Your polyp has grown. I recommend you get your gallbladder removed because your polyp grew. Nobody said, we actually won't know for sure that you have a polyp until we remove the gallbladder and actually examine it. So I messaged my doctor and just like asked him, hey dude, like what the fuck? Just kidding. I was nicer than that. He called me on day 5 and explained that my gallbladder was what they call distended. It was like bulging, it had some sludge in it, and they also found a bunch of like teeny tiny gallstones. They found a little mass of teeny tiny gallstones. So he said the thing that they thought was a polyp was probably just a quote globule of sludge. So I had a globule of sludge growing that they thought was a polyp. Now my gallbladder was actually sick. It actually ended up having a problem, but if you're being told to remove your gallbladder because you have polyps, I would ask your doctor how you can make sure that it's a polyp, like if they're able to do an MRI and better tell what the object is, because nobody keyed me into the fact that they weren't sure it was a polyp before recommending to get my fucking organ removed. Welcome to day 6 of recovery. I wanted to show you guys the incision areas without the band-aids on top because I did remove those on day 5. So I had 4 incisions. You can kind of see the blood has dried in them vertically, but that's just because of the way the band-aids are. They're actually horizontal incisions, I'm pretty sure, and only one of them had some healing bruising around it. You can kind of see that there's a kind of yellow greenish tinge around this incision, and I didn't really have many issues with bruising. I didn't even notice I had it till I took the band-aids off. So these are my incisions. The doctor said he'd remove the band-aids during my 2-week post-op.
It is day 6 of recovery. My mom went back home, so it was my job to take her out this morning. Good morning. Good morning. My mom's been taking Ione out for the most part, but today I actually felt pretty good walking her around. Every day I can go a little bit faster and faster. I didn't update yesterday for day 5 of recovery just because it's been the same. I'm getting slightly less sore. I can walk a little bit faster. The only thing notable from day 5 was that I had a lot of mid to lower back pain, and I think I was just gassy because I ended up burping a lot that evening. I ate like full fat yogurt, so that might be why I added that into my diet yesterday. Yeah, today is day 6. I took the band-aids off of my incisions yesterday, so I'm actually able to kind of see the incisions a little bit better. I have to leave the white band-aids that are on them on until they either fall off, or my surgeon said he'll remove them during my 2-week post-op appointment. So those have to stay on. I can't actually see the incisions, but the incisions hurt a lot less as well. There's not much more to update for today. It is officially 1 week since my surgery. I'm on day 7. My incisions for sure feel a lot less like tender to the touch. They're a lot less sore. Something that has been bothering me the past 2 nights though is I keep getting like this mid back pain and this really intense pressure right around here, like my mid abdomen area. And part of me is wondering if maybe I'm just a little backed up from the surgery. But I notice also it happens like when I eat after a meal too. It doesn't feel like my stomach. It feels like other parts of my abdomen, and it also just makes the area where my gallbladder was feel a little bit sore. So I'm still dealing with that. It's like probably just constipation or gas or something, but I thought I'd mention it because it's been really bothering me. Hello, it is day 8. It's actually snowing outside. I don't know if you can see all the flurries coming down, but it's the first snow of the season, so I kind of love it. I'm just checking in from day 8 because I wanted to see if during day 7, if I didn't eat any dairy that day, if it would help that pain, the pressure pain I was getting in my like mid abdomen area. And I can confirm that not eating dairy did seem to help it. So I think it was probably just like my bowels. But I was putting like a splash of milk into my oatmeal, and I was eating string cheese, mozzarella string cheese, and then I also had a yogurt on I think day 6, but I didn't eat it again on day 7 because I feel like it messed up my stomach a little bit. So that did help the pain. Just wanted to check in and confirm that it was probably the dairy. But other than that, walking my dog today felt a lot better. I can't exactly run at this point, but I can walk a lot faster. So I feel like each day I've just gotten slightly less sore and slightly less pain while walking, which is good. I will for sure update maybe like a month and a couple months down the line on how my incisions are healing and when I feel fully recovered. But that is about it for my surgery, and my dog's running around upstairs. If you can hear that, she's having a zoomie. That is about it for my first week of recovery from my gallbladder removal surgery. Thanks for watching. If there's any questions in here that I didn't answer, let me know in the comments. And yeah, that's it. That was the video.